What happens if you take a cold shower every day? The heart rate is gonna go down with 20, 30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. That means stress is gone. If you take a couple of minutes and you make sure all the body adapts to the cold, because you are very warm. You're warm like a hot dog.
Right.
When you wake up. I go directly straight to the cold and get the biggest of reactions on my body. And within 30 seconds or something, I'm completely not feeling the cold anymore. And then 2 minutes later, I just finish it. It's okay. Doesn't need anymore. But what the importance of that in the morning is that you wake up your vascular system. And your vascular system is like 2.5 times the world around in the length of the veins, arteries, and capillaries. Everybody has it. And it contains millions of little muscles. And they are trained if you go in and adapt to a cold shower a day. And that way, your vascular system is optimized. And then your heart doesn't need to pump so much, because all these millions of little muscles, they help the blood flow go through.
They work with each other.
Yes, it's one closed system, and the originator is the heart. What happens if you take a cold shower every day? The heart rate is gonna go down with 20, 30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. That means stress is gone. This is what we do. It's a hormetic exercising, hormetic stress exercising is a cold shower. Cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. What happens more is that blood flow runs much better through the system. The nutrients, vitamins and minerals and oxygen, they get better to the cells. It produces more energy. That's why everybody feels so energized directly after the cold shower, because the system is getting better into feeding all the cells of ours, which makes up molecules, which is energy. You feel more energy. Now, because my vascular system is really trained, I just take the cold shower. And when I take my ice bath, which is even more colder, I say to the people, I recommend 2 minutes, but then very soon you are able to go 5 minutes. And today, you and me, we go for 10 minutes because we're gonna set our mind. The power of the mind is amazing. This is what I've been showing in the last study, to be able to make my skin temperature not going down while ice water gets on the skin just by using the mind. Isn't that amazing? And that means we are able to make stress go away just by using our mind. And this is the result after so much training and exposing myself into the cold, that I've learned to awaken direct connections in the brain that enables me, just by thought, to make the difference in my body whenever there is stress. And that stress could be emotional, physical, bacterial, virus stress, mental stress, daily stress, stress and congestions. Stress is stress! And you are able, just by using your mind, to deal with that type or any type of stress. That is the message. You got oxidative stress and hormetic stress. Oxidative stress is negative. That means that things you cannot handle, and they get into the cell mechanisms, and they have an absolute negative influence on the cell mechanisms and the mechanics and the telomeres, the longevity, the cell division, the DNA, and it produces wrong genome expressions, which makes you sick or even cancer in the end. Stress is like an attack on our healthy mechanisms. And if we learn how to deal with stress, the healthy mechanisms stay healthy. That's the whole trick. And this is what we do right now in San Francisco, with 140 people, with the top researchers on the DNA, to show how to protect the cell by exercising the cold showers and the breathing exercises. They are into positive stress activation, which is hormetic stress, and that makes the cell protected by proteins around the cell, like little guards, like little warriors who fend off viruses, bacteria, inflammation, and oxidative stress. So then the cell remains intact, and the healthy production of the mechanics of the cell, they are able to flourish and to keep on going. It's amazing what we find. Because of me doing a study, and I will show you the study. The first study, I was staying like 80 minutes in ice up till here. They took blood, like 36 of tubes out of my arm, while I was 80 minutes up till my neck in ice. And my core body temperature remained 37 degrees, 80 minutes long. And then they took the blood, and the blood they injected E. coli ex vivo, so I was not there, but my blood was there. And normally you have a very violent reaction of the immune cells on the E. coli bacteria injected in the blood serum, and now there was zero reaction. They never had seen that. And then they said, can you do this when we inject you directly in your veins? I said, yeah, hey, let's try it on. I think so. But I did not become sick. I did my breathing techniques. I used my mind, and I did not become sick. I felt great. And they saw that I was influencing directly at conscious will the autonomic nervous system. Thought of inaccessible in medical scientific literature that humans are able to do that. And I was showing the contrary. So with that, they said, yeah, but you are the Iceman. You are a special. You are different. You are a freak of nature. This is with normal people not possible. Then I told them, yes, give me people for 10 days and I will make them able what science is saying that is not possible with the human physiology at will. I will make them able at will to influence so deep within their bodies, and with that we will change medical literature as it is. And they said, okay, finally, they said, yes, let's do it. And we did a comparative study with 18 people there who did not train with me, and 18 people who I trained. 12 of them were randomly chosen to take part of the injection of the E. coli bacteria. And all of them, non-trained and trained. The non-trained people, they became all sick, and the trained people, after only 4 days of training, they did not become sick. And then they saw 16,134 people who had been exposed to the same experiment, all became sick. And then suddenly 12 people did 100% score in one comparative study, showed not to become sick, 100% score. What I do always with people is to go to the mountains. I have a house in Poland, somewhere at the mountain slopes. And I trained the people over there every day, inside and outside, in the snow, barefoot, in shorts, going to the waterfall, and slowly but surely in 4 days climb a mountain in shorts for 5 hours in freezing temperatures and have a great time. Then when we arrived on the top of the mountain, I knew these guys are ready. Let it come. Let the injection come of the bacteria. They will show the difference. And 4 days later, they were in the hospital, got the injection, and they turned around scientific literature as it is. We are able to do so much more than has been believed by science and scientific community. And we have to bring this to the people.